conquerors, terrorists, harmful to everything they touch. They ruin ecosystems, harm the human health, and destroy economies.
Ferocious, bloodthirsty pest, not native to this country, starts infesting America, biting and spreading disease. But this is no movie. It's what's happening in California right now with the Asian tiger mosquito.
Invasive species are animals or plants that come from different regions of the planet. They invade other environments, dominate, and cause harm to other living animals. The existence of invasive species can be the source of great economic and environmental trauma that will result to the extinction of native plants and animals. This will then result to the destruction of their biodiversity and permanently alter their habitats. They can be introduced to an area by ship, ballast water. Whether it is intentional or not, invasive species can be a huge factor that can affect the wildlife and ecosystem. A lot of endangered species are at risk because of invasive species. When a new and aggressive species is introduced into an ecosystem, it may not have any natural predators or controls. It can breed and spread quickly, taking over an entire area. Native wildlife may not have developed a defense mechanism against the invader, or they may not compete with a species that has no known predators. The direct threats of invasive species include preying on native species, outcompeting for food, causing or carrying a disease, and preventing native species from reproducing, or they may kill young native species.
I think that there is an invasive species problem any greater than the axis deer issue.
One deer can take away an entire species that they enjoy eating.
They'll take their forage down as far as they can. What happens is you end up with invasive species coming in after.
The European rabbits can reproduce very quickly. Their population numbers grow so large and they eat so much that they have pushed native plant species to the brink in certain areas. They also compete for food and shelter with native animals, causing a decline in the number of native species in the area. Furthermore, they have caused soil erosion from burrowing and overgrazing, leading many species who depend on that environment to suffer. Another type of invasive species that impacts the environment is kudzu. Kudzu is an aggressive vine capable of growing up to 26 centimeters, a little less than 1 feet, a day. Since it spreads so quickly, it smothers other plants, stopping them from having access to sunlight. Kudzu can even kill mature trees. This prevents native plants from growing and changes the ecosystem structure. What's even worse is that once kudzu starts growing, it is extremely difficult to get rid of. Indirect threats of invasive species can be unnoticeable, just like how these species altered the food chain and ruined the native food sources, which may lead to changes in the cycle of the ecosystem. In fact, some of the invasive species are capable of altering the conditions in the ecosystem, such as changing soil chemistry.